Hello, puppies, and welcome back to another episode of the Isle of Series. With me, right away, is Rod the Rican. Off to my whatever this is, off to my right, your left, my left, your right, something or other.
Oh,
Hi.
excuse me there. I was just looking at some action figures I had there. My apologies.
Well, you were very engaged. You're all good. Don't worry about it.
All right, explain the howling.
Okay, so I don't know. It might get a little bit louder. I don't know if any of you guys can hear this right now. It may get louder, but currently, there is people in my neighborhood howling right now. I don't know if you can hear it through the microphone, honestly, but basically, what has happened is a couple of teachers in Colorado decided to start a new trend. And that trend now includes at 8 o'clock every single night, people just go howl. Howl if you're happy, howl if you're sad, howl if you just want to howl. So now basically our entire neighborhood has caught on, and we just have multiple people for about 5 to 10 minutes lighting fireworks and howling like all get
wolves.
out. Yeah, it's a little
Sound-
weird.
If you hear
Sounds pretty
howling,
cool.
Yeah, so if
Yes.
you guys can filter howling, that's what it is. It's not my dog, I promise.
50,000 people across the Denver metro area are howling like dogs at 8 o'clock. Yes.
Yeah.
I can do it.
That's right. So,
Alrighty. So tonight's episode is Isle of Gratitude. And that's because, Rod, you are a very, very kind person, which is because, leading into your first question, you feature and you help boost a lot of small channels that nobody knows about. And that has kind of become your main mission in your channel. And I wanted to ask, what brought that around? What started you seeking out the small channels that nobody knew who they were?
To be completely honest, I had to say that it all started. Wow. I had to say about maybe 2 years ago. It seemed that long time ago. Comic Time, when he first started his own thing, and I did a video, and he just said, "Oh man, look at this guy, Rod the Rican." So he gave me a shout out, and I was laying down one Sunday morning, and my wife was looking at me. I grabbed my phone. I kept watching this video. Then when Comic Time gave me a shout out, and she was like, "What are you doing, babe?" And I was like, "Nothing." She was like, "What's running through your head?" And I told her, I said, "Babe, if someone gave me a shout out, I think it's only fair to let me give someone else a shout out." So that's how we all started, should I say.
Wow. Do you remember who the first channel was that you gave a shout out to?
What was the question?
Do you remember who the first channel was that you ever gave a shout out to?
Oh my good lord. Yeah, there was a few of them. The Cantonese kid, Jeff Comic Eddie, Jeff Comic. I see all these numbers running through my head. Cantonese kids over here in Tampa, and there was Hi Lee, a brother, and there was see, I hate these questions like this because I could go back like 2 years ago, 1 year ago.
a lot
Oh,
of
Rena, man, I love these questions, but it's all right.
Wait one second.
No. Let me keep it going here. Good lord, so many.
There's actually there's a statistic that says when presented with a list, people tend to remember the first items on the list and the last items on the list, but completely forget the middle. and because it's fresher in your brain, because when you hear things right off the bat, you're like, okay, I'll remember that, and oh, I'll remember that. But then by the time you get to the end of the list, you've heard so many items on the list that you can only pick up on the last couple.
That makes sense.
Well, it's I just get so nervous. I usually do the interviews.
I know. The table
You know, it's like I'm sitting here at the other end, and I already know in my head who I did the interviews with. I know it's Jeff, and I can just the names pop out in my head, but channels now I'm like blah 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 blah. That's all. I'm being real, man. This is me, Roderick, and being real.
There you go.
That's why we love you, man.
Exactly.
Love you too,
So
man.
for anybody who doesn't know, what do some of your interviews usually entail when you bring on guests?
When I bring on the guests to the show, I just want them to hang out and just have a great time, and we get to talk about whatever. I want them to talk about whatever they want to. You know, just talk about comic book related, geeky stuff, podcasts. If you're into sports, just talk about whatever you want to. Just have a good time. Don't do this. I just want to hang out with the community and hang out with my guests and just have a good time and just build a relationship with that person, especially off camera. A lot of people, once the show is over, it's like that's it. I tell the people when we end the show, hang on. Let's talk a little. Let's talk a little bit more off camera, and that's what I like to do off camera.
You get to know the person more. And
Yes, ma'am.
there's a lot of things, you know, that you can talk about off stage as well as on stage, you know.
Yes, for sure.
Do you happen to know off the top of your head what your craziest conversation has been on air with a guest?
On air or off air?
Either.
On.
Oh, good Lord. Oh man, there's many things we talked on air. Oh good Lord. And this was not a question on my list.
It was not. She's
We-
throwing
we-
curveballs.
I didn't know.
Creating the questions tonight. Where are you at?
I-
You know,
I-
you know,
I- question.
Him the scripted
Man,
question.
I'm just like I felt like I'm like DJing back in the day, back in when I was back in Philadelphia, man. I used to do a lot of the crazy stuff back in Philadelphia, man. My wife knows about this stuff. And I used to just do it all the craziness, and she knows about it. But man, oh man, it's here. I can't talk about it.
Well, I mean, okay, so rephrase the question. Do you ever remember getting embarrassed while talking about a certain subject on air with a guest? Like, oh, we should not be talking about this, like that kind of a thing?
But it happens all the time. Whenever I talk about a book, hanging out with my homies on every Tuesday. If I mention Daredevil, they crap on me. You know, if I talk about a book, my comic book members on CTT, every buyer pass, they crap on me every time, man. If I talk about a book, you know, they don't like it, especially Daredevil, man. But if I mention Daredevil, is all that is off the charts. They hate it. And,
I don't know why.
I like
Rena loves
Daredevil.
Daredevil.
well, I don't know. You told Perry and Edwin, and not only that, John loves some Daredevil action.
I like the original, like just the Matt Murdock that they portray in a lot of the comics. I like his character just because he's so mellow. But speaking of Perry, Edwin, and John, when was it and why was it all of you guys came together to start a show?
Oh wow! I remember when that happened. Oh man, I remember walking through the door after work. I called Edwin on the phone and I said, Edwin, we gotta do a show. He was like, what? I was like, let's go live. Let's do something because these guys, man, all they wanted to do is do recorded videos, and I respect what they do, and especially Perry and Edwin, especially John. I admire what they do. But that one night, man, that Tuesday night, it was around 7:30. I walked through the door. And I said, "Yo, Edwin, let's go live." He's like, "What are you talking about? What are we gonna do, man?" I said, "Something about buyer pass." He's like, "Buyer pass? What are you talking about?" The new combos are dropping out tomorrow. And we had like probably 2 people in the chat, if that. And next thing you know, that's how it all started. That's how I got to know Edwin actually on a live stream. And then Perry jumped on the show, and that's how Buy Your Pass started.
Wow. Which is kind of funny to think about, that you guys just kind of threw it together haphazardly and that it actually turned out into a pretty big show.
It was hot garbage water. It was hot garbage water. It really was. I mean,
No.
I didn't look sexy like this. Edwin did not have the guns. He has the guns now, but not me.
Well, I think you've got some guns. I think you have the awesome community guns, personally.
You have the tie-dye guns right now.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
We like our tie-dye a lot. Anybody who has seen Cade's original Burning Block shirts knows
Which
this.
is what Rod is wearing.
Yes,
he
exactly.
is so awesome and supportive, and he loves our community, and we love him. So that is why this is Isle of Gratitude.
Because you are always calling other people out and giving them the spotlight.
Rod, you're amazing, and we love you. Okay, go ahead, Peanut.
So we're going to veer from the comics for just a second, and I wanted to ask you, what is it you do for a living, and what is it you do like in your free time?
All right.
Phil, go ahead.
I'm sorry. All right. Well, of course, I'm in the medical field, as you guys know that already. My wife is a nurse. I'm the one that's not a nurse. I will put a mask on. I'm the one that sits on the desk that I get the doctors calling now. I got the nurses calling now and say, "Yo, I need this. I need a CAT scan right now. I gotta run around and check the departments. I need an MRI. I gotta talk to the technicians and make sure, are we open? Can we do one, or do we have enough? Because our schedules are packed already. So I gotta, hey, can we do a CAT scan right now? And can we do an MRI? What's going on? If they say no, then I gotta figure out what's the next plan. Of course, I get crapped on if I say no. But that's our front line. But we get the patients checking in, and at times they'll lean over the counter, and I'm just like,
get out of my face.
Yo, you got some hand sanitizer, but things are getting a lot better when it comes to things of that stuff, because we got someone right now that stands by the door, and they're offering sanitizer, and now they're offering, got to put a glove, not glove, but I got to put a mask on. So that's considered to myself a front line. So
yeah.
But my wife is she's like the biggest front line.
Yeah.
I can't.
Your guys' love is so beautiful. Like, I know I'm hopping in here, but oh my gosh, your guys' romance and love, and just you inspire all of us.
You always
and
talk
you're
about
so
her too.
sweet,
Yeah.
and I wish she could have said hello today. You guys are so awesome.
I've told her. I said, babe, maybe we should do a video and do something together, and she was like, yeah, we can, but we don't have. Actually, we really don't have that time,
I hear you.
I'm not taking the spotlight off the master right now. She's hosting the show.
All right, it is time.
Oh, I'm getting booted. Okay, I'm gonna move.
What the heck?
It is time for some
What?
fire facts about.
Welcome to Burning Black About 99's Fire Facts. Facts. All right, so fact number 1. Rod loves the food Philly cheesesteak.
Whoa. Yo, sit down, bro. Talk to me. You better sit down. You talking to la coconut la champion. I don't let coconut la champion. Sit down there, brother.
All right,
All
so
right.
we're talking Philly
Cheese
steak.
steak.
Which I don't think either one of us have ever had.
Oh, Philly
think I've
cheesesteaks
had
to
it.
the bum.
All right, fact number 2. Rod has been on the 300-foot sky coaster.
How did they
Yes.
get you, Rod?
Yeah.
Yes, I've been on that thing in Florida, and that sky coaster. Yo, the crazy thing about that thing is like, oh, you see it up there, but they have to lay you down. It was me and my wife. Before that, she was my girlfriend, and I had my my best friend's wife on there at the time. And man, they put you on this thing, and they strap you down. Next thing you know, you just like this, and they take you up all the way up there. I don't even know. I think I paid I think it was like $50 for each person,
Oh.
all the way up 300 feet. And yo, I'm a Spanish guy. We're hanging out with the Spanish people down there. They were saying, it's like Superman. We're just hanging like this.
Uh-huh.
They were saying, pull the cable in Spanish, pull the cable. And I was like, nope, I ain't pulling it. And I finally pulled it. That joker went, and I swear, all this spit came out my mouth.
Oh, I'm
With
gonna clean myself.
everyone, man. I went everyone's
Oh.
face. I don't even care. I was like, "Ow." I got down there and I was like, you guys all right? They were like, yeah, all right, we fixed it here. No, they ain't getting no diapers from me. Man, I remember that day like it was yesterday.
All right, so fact number 3 is that thankful or pleasing came from the Latin word gratis. So that's pretty cool. And number 4, Rod's favorite movie is Sandlot. Now, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to go try on some fancy hats in the corner.
We love our fancy hats.
I could have come back on with a fancy hat, honestly.
We should've.
Sam won't catch me doing that. Nope, you won't catch me riding that 300 foot.
Oh yeah, no, I watched that video, Rod. That was a big fat hill to the no.
That was a
Why not?
No.
Hey, it was a whole experience. They record you and everything. But when you sit on when I say ground level, you're like this.
No, you're like flat.
It takes
Yeah.
you up.
Yeah.
But man, do it in the dark. If you want to do it in the dark because all you see are the lights.
That would make me even more motion sick. We actually have a miniature one at Elitch Gardens in Denver. I see people go up and then just the swing and they just start swinging. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, what if you hit the roller coaster that's sitting right next to the swing platform? Like, oh my god.
Just splat.
Ah. It just reminds me. I went ziplining once when I was in 6th grade for my 6th grade trip. But the way that their zip line was designed was that you don't climb anything to get to the top of the zip line and ride down. Someone actually uses momentum to pull you up, and then your momentum brings you to the top, and then you come back down. Well, some of these instructors would pull us too far, and we'd hit the tree before coming back down.
God.
Did you?
No, thankfully I never hit the tree, but I'm like, oh, that would know. I would know.
Man, that is crazy.
So with your wife and you both working in the medical field, when exactly, because I mean, obviously that eats up a lot of your guys' time, especially if you have patients, during kind of like a time like this that you need to pay attention to. when was it and how it came about that you actually got interested in comic books? Was this like way before medical or after medical?
We met each other at the same place.
Mm.
Actually, that we've been together 13 years.
Wow.
We met at the same facility. Well, I worked there a little bit longer than her. And actually, what happened was how I got back into comic books, even though I've been collecting comic books since I was like 10 years old, hanging out with my older brother, and over there in Philadelphia, hanging out at a shop called Fat Jack's. That's another story. What happened was how I got back into comic books is that this house that we live into right now, they broke into it and they stole certain things that that was our personal belongings that that hit our heart, and that meant a lot to us, and it was traumatizing, and especially to my wife. And prior to that, I told my friend Danny, we worked together at the same time. He's a gigantic comic book fan. I said, I want to get back into comic books. And everything, I guess everything happens for a reason. So after that, a few weeks later, and I told my wife, I said, can I go to a comic book shop with Danny? She was like, yeah. I said, how much can I spend? And she said, well, 150. I said, 150? That's too much money. Yeah, I walked out spending probably double.
Oh!
Yeah, and then I know. See, I'm going out there thinking comic books were like $2. No, they're like $3.99, $4.99, and I'm looking out there for back issues. Oh man, I came home with a stack like this, and oh man, I remember that day. That was awesome, though.
What was her reaction? Was she like just, or was it kind of more like, oh, those are cool, flipping through them,
No, she looked at me. She looked at my buddy Danny. We're here. I bought a big stack of bags of boards, and we're just sitting there. She looked at us, and we're just rebagging the board. And I think we took off some price tags and stuff with them, and just throwing everything away. It was an amazing day. Yeah, it was 2016, actually.
So, I mean, 4 years, but not too long ago, actually. So, and then from there, your collection just kept growing, or did you kind of lull off for a little bit before going back to get more?
Nah, it's escalated. And I've actually, this room that you see me in right now, obviously you see the Phillies right here behind me. I'm a baseball fan. So, this whole room was all baseball stuff. I still have all my baseball stuff right in front of me.
Far away in the corner,
Well, I got action figures. I got stuff up here, which you guys will never see until I do a certain video.
Ooh.
We'll do a 360 video. Make one of those 360 camera view ones where you like literally.
I'm not good with that, girl. You know that. So, but this whole room been converted into a comic room. And what was the question again? I just lost my train of my.
I kind of asked after you bought your first stack of comics, did you kind of like not buy any for a little bit, or has it just been kind of like a steady increase of comic collections then?
Yeah, it's escalated. I didn't have any of these books around here. I don't have any slabs. All these slabs were especially that one there. That was from Edwin the Comic Jabroni. Mostly all my key books, I have to say, they were AOKs. And it's just, this whole room is just escalated. I'm running out of room. I just have like 4 tables here of short boxes. It's crazy. I don't know what to do.
Wow. Dang. I know that we have officially acquired our second long box because or short box. Is it
Mhm.
short box?
Mhm.
Because now we have so many comics that we needed to stack it on top of another one. So out of your slabs behind you there, which one is the most expensive / most memorable?
Well, I'm gonna say Daredevil. That is my pride
What
and
about
joy.
the Flash, Rod? The
I
Flash.
think I can see an X-Men too.
I can't. You mentioned Flash. It's like I just think about Daredevil. That's the first thing that comes to my head. My Flash. Let's see here. Well, I don't have it.
What?
Who have this?
Ooh.
Hey, what
No.
you doing, Kay? What are you talking about? Why are you whistling, bro?
It's the Flash. We love the Flash.
Well, I got some books back there. I had to scoop them out. I mean, I got some Trickster.
Do you have a Trickster?
I do.
I wanna
can't
see.
figure out.
Dang.
Is it Mark Hamill or is it like comic book? Like,
No, Combat. It was from Steve Whiting. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong. Steve, so I gotta go out there and get it and try to find it now.
that's all right. No. You're good. You're good,
Yeah, I'll
brother.
get it. I go hunting in my books.
You know,
You
you're
gotta put
good.
me in. You gotta put me in a time.
No. We
Alright,
want to talk
Go-
about
go-
you.
go hunting.
No, we want to talk about you. We want to talk about you and how awesome you are for our.
No, man, I'm not. I'm nothing. I'm just your regular dude, man. I'm your regular boy, Rod.
Yeah, but you like shout out small channels. You bring everybody together. You have the Four Horsemen.
And
You,
you're modest.
Rod,
I mean-
you're a pillar, brother. You're a pillar. Yes. See, okay, look what John says right here. Hello, Rod is awesome.
Thanks, Johnny boy. Thank you so much, brother.
Great, man. Hopefully, just with the one shirt. Yeah, you just own the one shirt there, Rod.
Man, I got ties. I got stuff. I can put on certain things to match this outfit.
John says you are the boss of the community.
Nah, I'm not, man. I'm just your regular dude, man. I love hanging out with real people in the combo community. I like hanging out with real people. That's just me. Positive people. I hate negative stuff, and that's bottom line, man. That's the bottom line when you're hanging out with Rod. And if you don't like me, I don't care. Just don't check me out. That's pretty much it.
Well, only a fool would not want to check you out, brother. Only a fool.
Do you have anything you want to say as we're kind of wrapping up in the last few minutes?
Let's talk about your channel because
Yeah.
as YouTube is evolving, I mean, like we can't sub for sub anymore,
Yeah.
and like things are getting kind of crazy out there. No new comics, so the Four Horsemen show is a little bit wow. So, like, what are your plans? How are things evolving for you personally?
Personally, I'm just gonna keep on doing what I do. I'm just gonna go out there and hunt for small channels. And I was thinking, I think I said this maybe a week or so ago. Maybe I should go out there and hunt for maybe small channels that are into like gaming or well, I do those type of things, gamings and Funkos. I find them in the community through the comic books. But I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna stick strong to what I've been doing. It's how they say it. Don't break. What's the word I'm trying to say
If
here?
it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna stay true to my roots, and that's it. And I'm just gonna keep rocking out with the combo community and my homies, and with people like Sharon and Rena and Kate back there. I hope Rena he's doing the dance.
I know he's just chilling over my shoulder.
That's awesome. I'm not gonna do anything different, and I'm gonna rock out on the Tuesday show, and I'm gonna talk about buyer pass and no new comics. Who cares? We can find some old comics in our collection, and we could talk about old comics that we have not read. And that's just me. That's just me, and that's what we're gonna be doing on my homies. You know, John, Edwin, Perry, and you know that's. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, you did.
I do actually have one further question for you.
Ooh.
Bring it. I'm nervous. I'm so freaking nervous. You don't understand.
If you guys are the four horsemen, who's going to be your apocalypse?
Uh-oh. That's a really good question.
I got
Five, Jordan,
four.
that was good.
I had to say I leave it to Biggie Shack to end that thing. Biggie Shack had to bring the hammer.
Oh my
On the icon, whatever. Oh, I got the strap right here. Blue, you guys. Hey, Biggie Shack. Home run, Biggie Shack. Had to call that one. We're the four horsemen. He loves you know, geez, don't do this to me now. Give me brain for it.
I have them all the
You
time.
put me in a spot. You put me in a spot.
I'm sorry. It was the
No,
last
that's
question.
No. No, hold on. I'll get it. Come on, man. Oh man.
Where's your wife now? Where is she now? Is she working?
Oh no, she's taking care of mom.
Oh, yeah. How is your mom
Yeah.
doing? Is she okay?
Well, she's taking care of mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's doing a little better. Still on a ventilator. It's been a whole year of this. So
Oh gosh, that is why you are so inspiring, because with everything going on in your life, you still come on and you smile. You smile every time we see you, and you bring joy to all of us, and you shine, Rod, and we are so honored that you are on our show, and thank you so much.
it's actually an honor to be on the show. Actually, when you sent me the message today, you come in the show, and I was like, I had a note in front of me right there, and it said April, and I was like, holy coconuts! I got to do a show with Sharon and you guys, and I was like, damn. But I saw all the questions and stuff like that. I was going through them, and you know what? The honor is mine. I'm happy to hang out. I'm happy that Rena's here. It's I don't usually be interviewed, guys. You know that. And that's why I get so nervous. I start grabbing my hands. I'm always grabbing my hands when I'm nervous.
That's what I'm doing because I have my lovely counter here. I just grind when I nobody can see my hands.
Well,
So if I don't have my hands like this, if I put my hands like this, then what? There's a lot of people like, why is
I have them either here or I have them like right in front of my counter, or they're just grinding. And so, dude, I feel you.
that's why she has me here, because I never shut up, and sometimes
And
she's
sometimes
just like,
I will just go. you just hear the dead tone line on the phone.
oh, Simon. Rod, see, you are so loved.
See?
You are so loved.
But I have a question,
Okay.
Rena. How have you been through the whole process of the books selling? How has that been going? You see how I got you right now. It's not about me now. It's about, I want to know what's the status. How's everything been going on?
All the books are sent out. Everyone that has ordered through the website, because thankfully my PayPal kind of keeps track of that for me,
And your mother.
and my mother. But hey, you don't have access to look at it, so technically I'm keeping track of it. Technically.
I love you.
So everybody who is on the listing that I have received payments for the book, your book is mailed out. It should be coming to you. I know that for a couple of you guys, the mail service will probably take a little bit longer. And I know a couple of people did ask to actually hold their books until Corona has passed.
She sold 80 out of the initial 100
out
books.
of 100. I know.
Buy the other 20.
Buy the other 20.
Wow,
We are
that is amazing.
You are looking at my future famous authoress, and I am so proud.
The goal is to live in a treehouse and drive a limo.
Live in a treehouse. Oh, I'll be her chauffeur and her maid.
So Rita, so what's the next project? Do you have something running through your head after this one?
I've actually already started the sequel. The sequel is already underway in manuscript form. So the goal is I'm going to try and be posting on my social media in the next couple days to try and rehype the book. I want to kind of give people the chance to get the book and give them time to read it a little bit before I start spitting facts out, so that like none of the facts don't make any sense to anybody. People will actually know, oh, this is who this is. Oh, that's what she's talking about, now that they have the book. But then from there, hopefully when COVID clears up, I actually do want to go do a few signings and try and get my books out onto a few of our local bookstores.
Graham,
So-
you're killing me. Isle of the Light, Isle of the Slightly Murky. You are so funny. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Hey, no, it's Isle of the Dark, guys. Come on. It's dark in here. Alrighty. Well, Rod, thank you so much for being on our show. And thank you for, just having a lot of fun. I was kind of questioning what you were doing when you were like this at the beginning. And then it was just oh, hey there. That made me laugh.
But that's what I like to do. I want to start doing it. Like, let you guys think what I'm doing this time. What's going on?
What's going on?
It's like so James Bond. You just need like a white
You
cat
got
in
the
your lap.
smolder going.
Oh, I need a white cat. I need a white fedora.
Yep. There you go. There you go.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you to everyone who was in the chat and hung out with us this evening. We are going to wrap up the show on a happy note. And we will see you all later.
The end.
The end.
No.
Yes. No.